Good morning, traders. We are here on Friday, Good Friday, April 14th. A lot of holidays across the banking world. So this stream will be pretty short and sweet. Hope you're all doing okay today. Just taking a look through the chat here a little bit. Yeah, pretty quiet. The big news today is pretty straightforward. It comes twofold, and that is this. We had, of course, all the bank holidays: New Zealand, Aussie, Euro, Canadian. And here in the U.S., we just had 4 news releases out that were, sort of semi-high impact here. We had the CPI month over month, the core CPI month over month, the core retail sales, and the retail sales all month over month. And all of the numbers came in a little bit worse than expected. So that, of course, took a little toll on the dollar. And we see a little bit of a rise in the dollar-based majors, like the euro dollar spiked up a little, the pound dollar, Aussie dollar, dollar CAD pretty muted. And then there's also the strengthening of the yen pair. So I was flipping through some news here, in thin holiday session, US dollar undercut. Okay, we just talked about that. Pretty quiet stuff. Stock markets, of course, from yesterday. So let's take a look at the charts, and I'll show you where we're at with things, at least where I'm at. So I think, again, you should be flat before the weekend. We've got a long holiday weekend here ahead of us. If you don't want to be flat, I think that if you're going to be in any trades, you should be selling the the yen-based pairs: euro yen, pound yen, dollar yen, Aussie yen, that type of thing, just in case there's unrest in the world with possible outbreaks of war and all that type of stuff. Another trade I think would be okay to be in, if you're going to be over the weekend, is gold and silver and crude to the upside. Again, I don't recommend it, but I definitely wouldn't be. The reason I'm saying this is I wouldn't be on the other side of it. I wouldn't be buying the yen pairs or selling gold or silver before the weekend for sure. So my advice is to be out. But if you are in, make sure you're on the right side, which would be, the risk on side. So if we take a look, the trade idea that I posted yesterday, I think this is all we're going to be able to squeak out of the pound dollar long. Currently, these two trades are up for me about $250. We took the one order at 25.04 and then the other at 25.23. Stops are down here. I'm going to just go ahead and get out of these right now. Do it in real time because I'm going to be leaving for a little bit here for the day until just about when markets close. So I'm going to close out of these right now. Take what we can. But I feel good about it. I mean, it was a trade idea that played out pretty well. I mean, we made some pips. Nothing major, but it didn't go the other way. It didn't come down into negative territory towards our stops. Overall, did all right for what we have to work with. If you want to leave the trade on, definitely feel free to do that. But again, I don't recommend it over the weekend because we don't know what's going to happen. Euro pound is still pushing downwards. My overall bias is to the downside in the euro pound. We can see that here in the hourly, but very, very muted. I mean, we're talking 10, 12 pips. So markets are quieting down for the Easter weekend. Definitely. Euro Aussie, we talked about that a little bit yesterday as well. What I'd like to do is pop this line back on here, 1.4000. We've been sort of sticking right near that point. I mean, we popped up a little. My long on the euro dollar, I ended up getting out in profit on my other account, but very, very slight. I think I took 7 pips, So that's what I'm going to leave it at for the weekend. I mean, I'm going to leave my trades off. I'm currently out of the market on all my accounts right now. I think if you are trading, ideal trades would be to sell the yen-based pairs. Let me take a look here at this. Yeah, we'll get out of everything here. Good. So it should be all good. Morning, Joey. Eldridge said, are the contest winners' interviews up, and where do I find them? So if you click on the Trader Contest tab, when the interviews are finished editing, they'll be right next to the winner's name with their prize, where it says March winners, BMM, Big Riverman, Momentum King. Big Riverman, Momentum King are finished. Dominic is editing those, just tweaking them up a little bit. So those are done. We also have a SoundCloud page that you can check out. Let's see if I can pull it up here for you. What we're going to have is all the interviews going back all the way available. Yeah, and I see they are already on there. So I'm just going to post it for you. What the heck, right? Let's get it up there. So it's not on the website yet, but you can listen to them, at least the two of them here. BMM, I still haven't gotten in touch with. Dominic has, though. But I had a great interview yesterday with Steady Capture. That was really interesting stuff. So that interview is being also edited. It's all complete. And that will be posted, I'm sure, as well, shortly thereafter. But if you go to that SoundCloud link, you can see Momentum King interview and Big Riverman. I think you're going to be equally impressed with both of those. Big Riverman interview was really good. There's some really interesting points at the end. So if you listen to the interview, don't miss the last portion. And then Momentum King, I think you're going to get a kick out of that one. That's pretty good as well. Good info from that one as well. Cool. So news events, we still have that sort of odd news Treasury currency report that we talked about yesterday. I told you yesterday it comes out, twice per year. I really don't follow it. It's all about seeing who the Treasury deems currency manipulators. I saw Andrew's forex overview here on YouTube. He didn't stream, of course, today, but he had the overview on, and I think he was discussing selling Aussie yen. But if you look at the calendar for next week, we have the bank holidays, of course, and then Monday, still Swiss, Euro, Pound, German, French, Italian bank holidays, still very, very slow. China comes in with some GDP numbers on Sunday evening, industrial production, high impact news events on Sunday. So again, I would advise being out of the market. I don't think any of you watching expected this stream to give any big information here on your trading accounts, but I just wanted to chime in to tell you where I'm at with things, because that's my job here, right? To give you the information that I feel is fit, and then to also show you the pound dollar trade. Didn't break the bank here for us on the downside, but you may have scored a few pips on the trade idea. So I'll tell you what, let's do this right away. Where is it here? There we go. I'm going to do this here with you just in real time. Yeah, this area right here that you're seeing me highlight through, that's where the recordings will be. Probably, I'm guessing, early next week, maybe over the weekend. We'll see. Trade ideas. If we load more ideas, you can click down to the bottom. I did have somebody tell me that they sort of like seeing how I click through the site just because they didn't know that you could do this. Or you can click on a person's name like mine here, and you can see all the trade ideas that I posted. You can also click on, pound dollar or euro Aussie, and see all the trades just on pound dollar. And then you click up here to reset that search. So they're putting a lot more functionality into the site. A lot of cool stuff. So here's the trade idea that we had on, that I had on pound dollar long. And I'm going to put a note here. Greetings. This trade has been closed in real time on the live stream in small profit. We are flat into the long weekend. Okay. And as you can see here, right below on the trade idea, right below my name, they have the little I with 390. So that means that this trade idea had 390 views. And most of those come when people are in the trade room, or if they follow me or whoever posts an idea, you get an email showing you that trade idea. And then you can put your comments in down here as well. Let's see, Trady Trader. Hey, Jason, how long do you think the dollar yen could rally before the market close? How low do you think the dollar yen could rally? You mean how far it can fall? Like how strong the yen pair could be? The yen currency? I think what you're asking, and correct me if I'm wrong, is how low the dollar yen pair can go before the market close. I think that's what you're asking. I might be mistaken. To be honest, it's hard to tell. Let's take a look and just see if we can glean any extra info. Let's pull it up here. Sort of just a naked chart here. We're sitting at 108.64 currently on dollar yen. 108.30, IRBA says is the average day projection. Very nice. Thanks for sharing that. Technically speaking, if we didn't have the whole holiday weekend coming up, let's say we were on a Tuesday afternoon or something, I think this thing could fall quite a ways. IRBA says the price projection, the average is 108.30, which would put us, I'm on the daily chart here, but that would put us down another 30 pips or so. The next structural support, of course, is coming on the wick that we put on in July of last summer, and that would put us at 107.50. So, we have anywhere from 20 to 100 pips to the downside on dollar yen, in my opinion. How much will it move before the market closes? That's really tough to project. I would say definitely don't be buying it. Don't try to pick the bottom. I think it will move down some more. The thing that's really hard to predict for me and be consistent with on my own side is before long weekends, as the market closes and traders at the hedge funds, the big money stuff, the stuff that can actually move the market, when they're going to be out. They're going to call it a half a day today and be out at noon. Are they going to, take profits and then they close out all these big sell orders and then it takes off the selling pressure and we have some spikes up. So if I were you, again, I'm just giving you advice here, not trying to call trades, but if I were you, I would probably, if you're in a short and making money, I'd probably get out fairly soon, or at least pull your stops down a little. Remember, the stops aren't going to be possibly exact coming into the weekend because there's going to be gaps and slippage and things like that. So my advice is to get out of it. If you have profit, take what you can, because it's not uncommon to see, on the minute time frame, for example, these spikes that spike up as profits are taken out, as liquidity comes out of the market. 108.55 is tested support, right? Exactly. So I think that there's not going to be a lot of arguing here. I think the trade is sort of done for now. Could you make another 20 to 40 pips down? Yeah, but you could also get a 10, 20, 30 pip spike up. So if you have something that you'd like to play a little bit more up until close, I feel like gold long, silver long would be a little bit safer. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is knocking, isn't it? Man, just knocking at the very top here. 1287.84 currently on gold. And if we do our typical look to the left, there's just nothing slowing us down until we get to 13 or so, 1300. So if I was forced to make a prediction, I think we're going to see gold and silver up and the yen pairs down, possibly gapping just a little bit after the long weekend when the markets reopen. And then remember, we're going to be in the same scenario depending on where you are in the world. Here, Sunday evening in the States, Monday morning, wherever you are, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, that kind of thing, Asia, we're going to see the same type of volatility and low liquidity when the market opens for probably a good day until Tuesday comes around and the banks start rolling again. Overall for the week, let's see what my account history looks like, at least on this account here. Let's see, when was the start of the week here? 9th or 10th. So this week I had my stop out on the Euro Aussie for minus 422 bucks. I had the profitable pound yen, $900 profit, $40 profit. Gold, $868 profit, $1256 profit. Pound yen, $56 loss. Pound dollar, $24 profit here today, and $216 profit. So not a bad week here on this account. I mean, we're looking at 400, 1200, 2400, about 26 to 2700 bucks this week on this account. If we go back to the start of April, the profit is 6,822. Couple nice trades on gold and the yen pairs, dollar yen, last week. So not bad. Not bad. Always room for improvement. But if you're like me, when you started out trading, even a break-even day sometimes is a relief, because there's so many ways and so many possibilities to lose money when you're trading. So first of all, you want to control those losses and then start concentrating on how to amplify the little percent profits, that little edge that you get. Cool. All right, everybody, I think I covered what I want to cover. I'm going to make it short and sweet, and I will see you after the weekend. I'll be coming on Tuesday morning here. We sort of all chatted on Skype together, and we're just going to take off the streams for Sunday night, Monday morning. Again, it depends where in the world you are, but here in the U.S. Central Time, I'll be back on Tuesday morning, and I will see you then. I'll still be in the chat room, believe it or not, here a little bit later today, and also Sunday night and Monday. So if you have something, let me know. You can also email anytime, jason@forexsignals.com if you have any questions, and I'll do the best I can to help you out. Have a great, relaxing weekend. Enjoy it, and I will see you on the other side.